Hello.
Hmm. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You are welcome, welcome, people. You are welcome to Stand in Your Power channel. And today, today, what we are going to be talking about is pretty much heavy. It is heavy, and we are going to be handling it with a lot of compassion and care. Okay, we are going to be handling it with a lot of compassion and care and clarity. Please be mindful in the chat. Let's be very, respectful and all of that. So, mm, I don't know. I'm kind of late to this story. I'm late to this story, but at the same time, it's never too late. It's good we talk about it. Thank you for coming in. Antinoia, I see you. Thank you for liking. Thank you for liking. This is a rather sad story, but we are going to talk about it. Okay. On August 14, a 7-month-old Emmanuel was reported missing in Yucaipa, CA, that's California, after his mother, Rebecca Haro, said she was attacked while changing him outside a big five store. So she said she was outside the store and she was attacked while changing him, and that a stranger kidnapped the baby. Investigators later said the kidnapping did not happen. You heard that right. So is the mother lying? We don't know. So investigators later said the kidnapping did not happen. However, on August 22nd, which was yesterday, both parents, Rebecca, who is 41, and Jake Harrow, who is 43, 32, were arrested on suspicion of M0rder. Authorities believe that this child is deceased and they are searching for his remains. How? How would the child be deceased when the mother said, you know, she was changing him and a stranger came and kidnapped the child? Let's look at the timeline of what we know so far. So Rebecca told deputies she was assaulted and awoke to find Emmanuel gone from the Big Five parking lot. There was no usable suspect, no vehicle description, so no amber alert was issued. So what usually happened is when a child has been kidnapped or taken, I don't know, I hope I'm using the right word so YouTube doesn't flag. When a child has been taken forcefully, there is always an amber alert. So no amber alert was issued. Investigators also noted a lack of corroborating security footage at the scene. So they didn't see any security footage to corroborate what this woman was saying. So between August 15 and 20, detectives said they couldn't rule out foul play. Now, what they did next was they seized the father's car, the father's vehicle, and served search warrant. So they went to search the house. They seized the father's vehicle. And then the mother, Rebecca, she stopped her interview when she was confronted with inconsistencies. So they said there was inconsistencies in her report. And she also refused a polygraph. Pam, pam, pam. This was as per the coverage citing by the sheriff's update. So During a separate action, Child Protective Services, that's now, they are saying before now, Child Protective Services removed a 2-year-old from that same home due to safety issues. Okay. So yesterday, the latest update is that the son, who is calling me? The son, is it San Bernardo? The San Bernardo department arrested husband and wife at their Cabazon home on suspected M0rder. Said the reported kidnapping did not occur. And they also stated that Emmanuel, which is a 7-month-old baby, is believed to be deceased. So right now, as I speak to you, both of them are being held without bail while the DA reviews the case. So there has been search going on for 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro's remains. Everybody is out there searching. However, police records show that the father, Jake Haro, previously pleaded guilty to child cruelty stemming from an arrest in 2018. That's very, very crazy. Okay, so he previously pleaded guilty. All right. Some viral posts speculate that Emmanuel never existed, but authorities have released the baby's photos and are conducting an active homicide search. So in other words, if there's a photo of the child, then the child existed. Okay. So let's see what the papers, the news is saying about this. Okay. I am going to be sharing my screen. I'm just going to read what we see here. Thank you for liking. Come on in wherever you're watching me from. And if you're watching the report before I go ahead. Okay, I think I'm sharing it already. Let me read it. Okay, let me make it bigger. All right, so I'm just going to read this. Emmanuel was reported missing as at August 14th by his mother. That's their picture. Let me make it bigger a little bit so people can see. What is this? Close jaw. Okay, he was reported missing. So they said a California couple was arrested a week. So it's making a week now that this child has been reported missing. A California couple was arrested a week after their 7-month-old was reported missing by the child's mother, who claimed an attacker hit her and kidnapped her child from outside a store. The infant was reported missing August 14th by his mother in front of a Big Five store in California. August 29th, the department announced arrests. August 22nd, the department announced arrests. Okay, where's that? They announced the arrest of the father and the mother. Okay, so the investigation began August 14th when authorities received a report of a missing child per a SBSD statement. Let's check the statement out. Let's see what's on that statement. Let's see. All right, this is the statement. I'm going to share the tab. This is the statement from the mother. Okay. This is okay, critical missing child, no amber alert, no nothing. The investigation into the disappearance of 7 months old Dara is continuing. During the last few days, investigators have concluded extensive search. That is, they've really done extensive search. Okay. And anyone with information, they're saying anyone with information is urged to contact investigators or we tip at the numbers listed below. All right, so I'm going to copy the numbers listed below in case you are watching from anywhere in the United States. I'm going to copy that number and I'm going to put it in the banner so you all can see it. Okay. Add banner. Okay. Okay, let me cut this one. Let me add this. I'm gonna add this to. Yep. So anyone with information can contact that. Okay. And if you have tips, you can also contact this number. I'm going to be showing them as we go. Okay, that's what is in the report. So yeah, let's continue reading. Going to continue reading. So Rebecca previously told KTLA that on the day of the incident, she and Jake were, I didn't even check my audio to see if my audio is okay. Let me check my audio. All right. She previously told KTLA that on the day of the incident, she and Jake were at a local park. Let's see what she said. Maybe there's a video somewhere. Okay. No. Okay. There's no video. It's just what she said. All right. Let's keep going. She drove to a Big Five sporting goods store to buy her son a mouth guard and took Emmanuel with her, she told the outlet. She said she parked the car and was setting up to change Emmanuel when she heard someone say hola and then lost consciousness, she claimed. Someone said hola and then you lost consciousness. Okay. She then claimed that when she woke up, she told the outlet the baby was nowhere to be found. She had a black eye when she spoke to the TV station. Let's watch this on YouTube. Let's watch this before we go ahead. I'm going to watch on YouTube. Okay, let me share that tab. Comes to my mind, it may be wrong. If the parents were the one who ended this child, then um or it's possible that the father could have been, hey, I don't know, maybe there was domestic violence or DV or whatever going on in that house, and maybe the child happened to be injured or whatever, or maybe the child fell on the floor and the child passed, and they decided, okay, we are just going to lie about this. We are going to say that the child was kidnapped, because I really don't understand what is going on. Why lie? What happened? Okay, I'm going to take it back a little bit. To beg and say, please help us find our child. 2 days later, you lawyered up. You went to find the lawyer. You stopped cooperating with the police. For real, what are we talking about here? No wonder they arrested them.
Still holding on to hope that baby Emmanuel is okay. Anybody with information should contact the sheriff's department.
The investigators are...
This is crazy. This is crazy, guys. Okay? They say our account, like, what could have happened in that house to the point where, I don't know, where police is now looking like, okay, since your story is not adding up, something else could have been happening in that house. What are your thoughts? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Do you think? Then all of a sudden, you stop talking to the police? You lawyer up? That says a lot. I mean, anybody listening, and then you refuse to take a polygraph test, then I will assume that you know more than what you are telling us. Okay, let's continue. They say our account soon began unraveling as police announced over the weekend that they had observed what they believe was inconsistencies in her story. Inconsistencies in her story. Okay, let's see the thing. They said police find inconsistencies in the alleged kidnapping of 7-month-old boy outside retail store, and they're saying they cannot rule out foul play. This was August 17. Okay. Inconsistency. Okay. All right. It says the San Bernardino County Sheriff Department revealed in an interview on Saturday, August 16, that the investigators found inconsistencies in a statement made by Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, over his alleged kidnapping on August 14th. Investigators interviewed multiple individuals, including Emmanuel's parents, Jake and Rebecca. Okay. And they said as said in a new release, during those interviews, Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue. Woo! She declined to continue with the interview. Investigators cannot rule out foul play in this. Okay? Inconsistencies. All right. Okay. Rebecca, who obtained a black eye, allegedly told police at the time that she was attacked outside a store before her son was allegedly kidnapped. Okay, let's watch this YouTube short.
I fell on the floor and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son.
A 7-month-old baby boy was reportedly...
Let me take it
back. I
back.
fell on the floor and I said as I got up, I couldn't find my son.
A 7-month-old baby boy was reportedly kidnapped right out of this Big Five parking lot. This is 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, one of 5 children in this family from Cabazon, reportedly kidnapped last night in Yucaipa. Now, his mom told me that they were here last night at a nearby football stadium in Yucaipa with the other kids playing youth football, and she had to run down here to Big Five to buy some equipment for her stepson, specifically a mouth guard. When she got here to the parking lot, she says that's when she noticed her 7-month-old's diaper needed to be changed. So she says she got out of her truck, went around to the back, and laid him down on the seat to change his diaper when she was attacked from behind.
I got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white. And a hearing sound, I fell on the floor and I said, as I got up, I couldn't find my son. I checked around my truck and I ran into Big Five and I asked the lady if she saw a baby or someone with a baby. She said no. It was a happy boy. He smiled.
Whoever took our son, please give him back.
The search for this 7-month-old baby boy continues. Police and the family desperate to find out where he is.
This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Okay. Okay, so Rebecca was confronted with inconsistencies in her initial statement and declined to continue the interview. All right, as the report of Emmanuel's disappearance spread, a past conviction of Jake's resurfaced publicly. According to court records cited by the Orange County Register, Jake was convicted of child cruelty in 2018. This followed the 2018 injuries of his 10-week-old daughter. So that tells me that could this be also something in-house as well? If you were convicted before, but I'm even finding it difficult for child cruelty, and the child sustained injury. That child was just 10 weeks old. Child cruelty. So, yeah, we need answers as to what has happened to this baby, Emmanuel. So someone says here, so he's been arrested because of his past, not because of the present incident. I don't like that one bit. Do they have anything more than inconsistent stories from the mother? I do agree that the other children should have been moved as well. In my opinion, I think if whatever it is happened in the house, the other children would have something to say. And in 2018, he was taken out of the house. He was arrested for child cruelty. And there was no, in this incident now, there is no camera, no evidence, no nothing. Then how did the wife sustain a black eye? How this case is going to go, me, I don't understand. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good. For me, I think what I saw in that interview, I don't know. I think it's fake tears. My own opinion, I may be wrong. But I think what I saw there was fake tears. Let's watch again.
And
I feel she's forcing it. I fell on the floor. Like, if your child was really kidnapped, you'll be crying. What are you fell on the floor? Well, that could just be me.
As I got up, I couldn't find my son.
A 7-month-old baby boy was reportedly kidnapped right out of this Big Five parking lot.
Let's go ahead and watch.
When she was attacked from behind.
I got him out of the car seat and I laid him down and so I could get his diapers ready. And somebody said, "Hola," and that's all I remember. And I saw white. And a hearing sound, I fell on the floor. And
What do you think? Do you think she's acting? Do you think those are fake tears? What are your thoughts on this one? Okay, let's keep going. I don't know what to make of this, but Long story short, they have been arrested, and we'll continue to see how the story unfolds. Okay, let me see. Let me see what I can find here. I think I saw something I'd like to share. Okay, so this is saying that the Cabazon home of missing baby's parents searched. Father has served time for child cruelty. Okay, and I don't know if you can listen to the article.
Cabazon home of missing baby's parents searched. Father has served time for child cruelty. San Bernardino County Sheriff's investigators on Sunday, August 17, searched the home of the parents of the baby whose mother reported the infant kidnapped as new details emerged Monday about the father's child cruelty conviction in 2023. Sheriff spokeswoman Mara Rodriguez confirmed Monday that investigators conducted the search. She declined to say what they were looking for or what they recovered, citing the ongoing investigation. K9s have been used throughout the search, she said, while declining to say whether cadaver dogs were deployed at the property. Investigators are continuing the search for Emmanuel around the clock and following up on all leads and investigative discoveries, Rodriguez said. Rebecca and Jacob Haro have not been arrested or charged. It was also unclear whether they had retained an attorney. Emmanuel's grandmother, Mary Buchan, told KTLA/5 that the couple would not hurt their son. Buchan told KTLA that the sheriff's department asked Rebecca Haro to take a lie detector test and that her husband refused to do that until after they hired an attorney. The grandmother also said the mother had turned off her cell phone because she had received death threats. Jake Haro also was not answering his phone, Buchan said.
Wow.
Those details could not be independently confirmed on Monday. Haro initially told investigators that she was changing the baby's diaper next to her vehicle on Thursday outside a Big Five store in Yucaipa when she was assaulted and knocked unconscious by an unknown man. When she awoke, the child was gone, she said. Deputies, according to a sheriff's statement. Rebecca Haro then pleaded in media interviews for the kidnapper to return Emmanuel. Investigators interviewed several people, but when confronted with inconsistencies in her initial account, the mother declined to continue with the interview, sheriff's officials said. The National Uvalde Foundation for Kids then called off its independent search for the boy, as well as a $5,000 reward offer for information on the missing child, less than a day after launching the effort. The search comes almost 4 years after Jake Haro and an apparently different spouse, Vanessa.
Oh, what's going on? Sorry, guys. Let me just check what's going on here. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I think I lost that. I lost that audio. Why? Oh my goodness. Where's that audio? Where did it go to? Anyways, sure. Let's see if I can find anything. While I'm looking for that, there are some videos that I would like for us to watch. Let those videos come up. My internet is acting up on me right now. So I see a video here that says that the lawyer for Emmanuel Haro's father speaks out. And I'm curious as to what the lawyer has to say. Okay, I'm just curious as to what the lawyer has to say. I will go back. Let me watch that video. Let's go ahead and watch what the it's still loading. Okay, give me one moment. I think I stopped sharing. Let me share screen. So the lawyer for the baby's father,
authorities say the child's parents have stopped cooperating with investigators. And Mario Ramirez is live in San Bernardino with the very latest developments. Mario?
Sandra, Roxy, I spoke directly with the father's attorney, Vincent Hughes, this morning, and he tells me that's not the case. The child's parents have been cooperating with investigators. Meanwhile, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says that desperate search continues, and it has not ruled out foul play when it comes to that baby's disappearance. Take a look. Pictured here, 7-month-old baby Emmanuel Haro was reported missing by his mother, allegedly kidnapped last week while in her care. This all started Thursday evening when Emmanuel's mother, Rebecca Haro, says she was attacked while changing her son's diaper in the parking lot of a Big Five in Yucaipa. When she woke up, she says her son was gone without a trace. Detectives now say her story doesn't add up, stating publicly over the weekend that there were inconsistencies in her story, and when confronted, they say she ended her interview. Meanwhile, there's been a desperate search for animals. Sheriff's officials have said the parents have stopped cooperating with law enforcement in the investigation. We're now hearing from the father's attorney, who says that's anything but the case. He says they've turned over their phones, laptops, passwords, and claims the sheriff's department should be doing more.
It doesn't seem law enforcement is doing anything to find this child. He's holed up in his house with his family because they are not getting the support that they need. They have people trampling on their property. They have death threats being made. All of the reports I'm seeing on social media that Jake and his wife are running, have fled the country, have fled the jurisdiction, they're at their home. They're at their home, holed up, scared for their own safety, grieving for their son. I have personally spent time with Jake and have seen the emotions in his face. He is not in any way running, hiding, or doing anything to exhibit any behaviors of somebody that is trying to be deceptive in this case.
And we've learned Jake pled guilty to child cruelty charges in a separate 2018 case out of Riverside County. According to court records, he's currently on probation for those charges after he was convicted and jailed in 2023, and is also facing additional charges for weapons possession. Meanwhile, the nonprofit organization Uvalde Foundation for Kids, we've learned, has withdrawn its $5,000 reward in search efforts, citing the parents' unwillingness to cooperate with the investigation. Now, back out here live, when speaking with the father's attorney, he told me that since that initial missing child's poster went up, several of them all throughout the Inland Empire, they've had to discontinue their numbers because they've been receiving around-the-clock death threats and also have been getting visits at their Cabazon home. We're going to hear more from that attorney coming up at 10 o'clock. For now, live in San Bernardino, I'm Mario Ramirez. Back to you.
All right, Mario, thank you for that update.
What? So the lawyer is saying that there was rumor that the father and the mother fled the country, but he's saying, hey, they're in their house and nothing is happening. They have people searching their home and all of that. I don't know. I don't know what to make. I don't know what to I don't know what to make out of that. But let's watch another video. And then let me know what your comments are in the comment section. All right.
All of the latest developments. We've got true crime reporter Annie Elise, who hosts the podcast Seriously.
So this video is saying that family hadn't seen missing baby Emmanuel for a month. For a month. Okay.
With Annie Elise. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Annie. First of all, do you know anything more about exactly what happened when the Haros were arrested today?
Hi, Brian. Good to see you. No, so as far as the information, about 30 minutes ago, it was released that Jake has been charged with murder with malice. In terms of the arrest itself, it's my understanding that law enforcement came out in droves and around 7 a.m. this morning, coming up, approaching the house and booked them and took them into custody around 7:45 a.m. Shortly after that, it was chaotic on the scene. Media was showing up, bystanders were showing up, and that's when they started doing the search of the property. They blocked off the streets, put the crime scene tape up. To your point, they started looking all around the scene. They were dumping out garbage bins, going through the trash, searching that shed that was also adjacent to the property. And it's my understanding they also had been removing some floorboards from inside the house that potentially had blood on them.
Oh, that's just terrible, Annie. I'm looking at the video here. We can see they had the SWAT team out there, and there he is being taken out in the handcuffs. Wow. What do you make of where Baby Emmanuel is? I mean, obviously we're all holding on to hope, but is there any new information about?
Let me take you back a little bit.
Came out in droves and around.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight, Annie. First of all, do you know anything more about exactly what happened when the Haros were arrested today?
Hi, Brian. Good to see you. No, so as far as the information, about 30 minutes ago, it was released that Jake has been charged with murder with malice. In terms of the arrest itself, it's my understanding that law enforcement came out in droves and around 7 a.m. this morning, coming up, approaching the house and booked them and took them into custody around 7:45 a.m. Shortly after that, it was chaotic on the scene. Media was showing up, bystanders were showing up, and that's when they started doing the search of the property. They blocked off the streets, put the crime scene tape up. To your point, they started looking all around the scene. They were dumping out garbage bins, going through the trash, searching that shed that was also adjacent to the property. And it's my understanding they also had been removing some floorboards from inside the house that potentially had blood on them.
Oh, that's just terrible, Annie.
So where did that blood come from?
Here we can see they had the SWAT team out there, and there he is being taken out in the handcuffs. Wow. What do you make of where Baby Emmanuel is? I mean, obviously we're all holding on to hope, but is there any new information about where he might be?
Unfortunately, at this point, because there has not been a family member who has said they have had eyes on him in the last month now, I think that it can be a very broad search. And Cabazon and the whole area down there, it's desert. It's so much landscape. It's vast. It's so much dirt that he could be anywhere. And if somebody hasn't laid eyes on him in weeks, that gave them much longer of a lead time to dispose of evidence of his body, to drive somewhere far. So I think this may end up being a...
If the parents were the ones that did this, I mean, that length of time that the family says they've not seen the child for 1 month, maybe the child had been gone for that 1 month, maybe the child had already been, chop, you never know. I think I read somewhere where they said the father went to buy something.
Tough search, although I'm hopeful that they were reckless enough with their digital footprint that they will be able to find him soon.
It was interesting. Police said that they gathered digital and electronic evidence. Do we have any idea what that is?
They haven't said specifically, but it's my understanding, based on the statement they put out and the locals who were talking, that they looked through their devices, which we also know Jake Haro's attorney said they willingly passed those over, looked through different electronics at the house. I would imagine also looking through potential GPSs in the vehicles. So while it hasn't been stated exactly what they found, they did say that some of that digital evidence is what led them to getting the arrest warrant.
And when it comes to the surveillance footage, there are now these reports of Rebecca with a black eye before she reported the baby missing. What does that mean, do you think?
So there's a few different reports that she was seen with this black eye as early as August 3rd. She also attended a family member's funeral not too long ago, to which this is the footage that a lot of people are looking at and dissecting, where it appears she may...
So if she was seen with a black eye before the 3rd of August, that means there's definitely something going on in that house, and this woman should come out and talk. Maybe she's been, DV'd in that house. She needs to come out and talk about it. How come about the black eye? So what we are hearing now is they've submitted their phones, and police has been able to see that black eye was way before even the child was kidnapped.
They have had a black eye and covered it up with makeup. But
Wow.
I do think that out of all of the surveillance footage that people are talking about, the most interesting piece of it is the footage that was reportedly captured from the liquor store across from the Big Five. And we know that there was footage because, again, Jake's attorney yesterday spoke out saying they saw the footage. Rebecca and Jake were shown the footage. And when confronted with, okay, well, what was seen? His response was that it corroborates Rebecca's story, that she fell to the ground. But what's interesting is there was no mention of the baby being seen in that footage, no mention of a second person being seen in that footage approaching Rebecca. So because that was announced and released yesterday, I'm curious if that ended up painting them into a corner as well and just being more evidence against them.
Do you think, Annie, that anyone else knew about this? If it's
crazy.
true that they hurt or even killed the baby, do you think there could be anyone else involved?
I think that it would be difficult for other family members not to know what was going on, because again, if nobody had seen him in weeks, and if the older siblings who reportedly were with him that very day of this kidnapping hoax didn't see him, I would imagine maybe they didn't know the extent of what was going on, and there may have been excuses for his absence. But I would imagine that there was some family intel happening. And not to mention these charges, we're talking murder with malice. That isn't something that is accidental or anything that was, a lesser charge, even such as manslaughter. This means that this was intentional or with reckless disregard for human life. It is a very serious murder charge.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app.
This is crazy, people. This is crazy. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this? Family hadn't seen the child for a month, and the woman already had the black eye way before reporting the child as being gone. Okay, what are your thoughts? There's another video here. Let's watch this one before we go ahead. And
this is developing tonight, 1 week after little Emmanuel Haro disappeared in Yucaipa. San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies arrested his parents today for his murder. Cabazon residents holding a vigil in honor of the 7-month-old boy presumed dead tonight.
And as KCAL's Nicole Comstock reports, investigators continue the search for his body.
Many people who've been watching this story unfold tell us they had a gut feeling from the very beginning that something very bad happened to this little boy, and that maybe his parents.
Okay, what's going on with internet? Okay. So let me know, what are your thoughts about this? What are your thoughts about this? Since my internet has refused to work, I'm going to stop sharing. What are your thoughts about this? Let me see if it's working now. Let me share. What are your thoughts about this? Do you think that the parents really had a thing to do with this? But I mean, for me, all fingers point to the parents at this point, because the black eye thing
has something to do with
the black eye thing is already an issue. She said that's where the inconsistency comes in. You are saying that you sustained the black eye, somebody punched you in the face while you were in the car trying to change your son and took your child away. But then when the police took her phone, took all their phones, they realized that she had the black eye way before she reported the incident. And again, there was no footage of the kidnap happening. Mind you, Big Five store is a public environment where you will have CCTV in different places that would have captured either a car or somebody attacking her or something happening. So that is where I believe they are getting the inconsistency from. Let's keep it.
And so there are a lot of people who are very invested in Emmanuel's story. Dozens came out here tonight to hold a candlelight vigil for him near the home where earlier today both of his parents were arrested for murder.
I don't know what people get in their head just to hurt the baby. Like, it's just so sad.
Tears from strangers for a baby they never even knew. Tonight, community members organized a candlelight vigil at the home of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro, who investigators now say was murdered by his own parents.
I had 2 miscarriages. When I had those, it broke my heart. So to see that somebody was able to hurt this little boy, it's not okay.
Earlier this morning, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department showed up at the home in Cabazon with an armored vehicle to arrest a man.
What in the world will make you harm your own child if this is true? I don't understand it. I can't fathom it. Is the person demon possessed? What would make you? I don't
Emmanuel's parents, Jake and Rebecca Haro. This after a week-long investigation into their claim that Rebecca was knocked unconscious before their baby was kidnapped during a diaper change in a Yucaipa parking lot last week. Investigators now say they have evidence proving that alleged kidnapping did not occur and that baby Emmanuel is likely dead. Moving forward, they're focused on finding his remains.
Bring him back, please.
Within days of the kidnapping story, investigators publicly announced there were inconsistencies in Rebecca's statements.
It made my heart drop because then it's like, okay, now it's completely off of what was said, what really happened.
And many who watched the couple's initial media interviews say they didn't ring true.
I didn't really believe it. Just from the get-go, the mom, just you could tell.
How Rebecca said she couldn't turn around to see what the kidnapper looked like, but was somehow punched in her eye. How she sounded like she was hyperventilating on camera.
I got up off the floor and I didn't see my child. Someone took him from me.
But many noticed there were no tears.
Yeah,
no, not credible.
The Haros also said their baby was always happy and smiling. But many think the photos they shared in an attempt to find him didn't reflect that. As people all around the world mourn the loss of this innocent infant, those gathering here are praying that justice is served.
I love that everybody's here and able to be his voice because he don't have one.
Court records indicate that both of the Haros have been booked into the Riverside County Jail for murder with malice with no bail, and they are scheduled to appear in court for the first time on Tuesday. Another thing, we reported earlier this week that the baby's father, Jake, was previously convicted of willful cruelty against a child for a different case involving another one of his children. And while his attorney says he did his time for that, he completed parenting classes, and he believes he was a changed man, many people out here say they think the system failed Emmanuel and should have done much more to keep Jake away from children.
Yep.
Reporting in Cabazon, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
What I would say is, I don't even know what to say. But from everything that I've heard so far, those parents, yeah, it's good that they've been held. And I believe that the authorities will take it from here. What says you? Let's know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. If you're watching, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Above all, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Okay, I will be, updating us as time goes on what's going on with this case. It's just so sad that parents or a parent can actually cause harm to their own child. Like, I'm trying to understand it. It's not just making sense to me. What could drive you? A child that you gave birth to, what could drive you to want to harm that child? What would make you want to harm a 10-day-old child? And then you served time for it, and now this one. And all the pictures we are seeing of that child, the child was not smiling. There was no smiling child, no smiling picture. Yeah? People are looking for children, and some people have children, and they are ending the lives of their own children. We will see how this case unfolds. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Thank you for watching.